Beards, coming to you live from Southern California. Pool House is looking fantastic. It is Corey Crone with the Bearded Betters podcast. How are we doing? We have made it to 2 Unit Tuesday. Last 2 Unit Tuesday, I changed it from the number 2 to TOU Knit Tuesday, right? Like knitwear. You know what I'm saying. I gave out a jersey. Czech Republic, that play lives on. They'll be playing in a few days, but we're back to our regularly scheduled programming with 2 units on this Tuesday. So we've got to find a 2-unit play out there. I've got some creativity with mine. Binu and I's MLB prop system, he does it again. Binu picked 2 home run hitters. That is almost a surefire way to win on those MLB props using MyBookie and Bovada. So whatever you're up to on this 2-unit Tuesday, hope you have those locked in. Should be all set. In Bearded Betters news, things going on behind the scenes. I have sent Sweet Thunder a Bearded Betters custom dog/cookie cutter. So she's going to make some dog treats for all of those bearded pups out there that we all know and love. So there we go, Beards. We are doing things fantastically here at the Bearded Betters podcast. And now we're going to start off with our one little sour note. Get him hot came on with his NHL props. The guy has been doing great all season. Sometimes he'll give out like 9 plays. He's trying to rival Safe and him giving out 28 tennis plays like he did today for Wimbledon. He was up 12.6 units. Safe was. Get him hot. He's had a very solid run this NHL season. Unfortunately, tonight was not our night in the jersey play. He liked 2 plays. The one that he gave out, a big fat bagel for Mr. Suzuki. No shots on goal. Unfortunately, that is a 0. He needed to go over 1.5, meaning 2 at a pricey -164. So Beards, not the way we wanted that to go. His other 2 plays did win. Wish he went with the Lightning one. But the Montreal Canadiens, we have got one more jersey play. Bearded Yenzer, it is your time to get us this sweater weather that it is not right now in the middle of June heading into July. So the Montreal Canadiens and a jersey play is not off the table. We'll just wait for the Bearded Yenzer to get this one done as the Tampa Bay Lightning win 5-1 over the Canadiens, making it an uphill battle for those Canada Beards. Well, what else do we got, Beards? We have got an NFL news for you. The Combine, everyone's favorite event. If you watch the Combine, dude, you've got to be like Mikey Low levels into football. Just watching dudes run 40s. Hey, just wait till it's done. You'll get to see a whole list. You can even sort by speed. You can make fun of the guys at the end, and you can say, holy shit, that guy ran a 4.240. Wow. But if you watch it, you're probably like Mikey Low. And the state of Indiana, and specifically Indianapolis, has hosted the NFL Combine since 1987. That will be changed now, as the NFL, they're saying, we're going to free agency, Indiana. Sorry, Charlie. And sorry, Charlie is what the Phoenix Parade was going to say tonight. 102-116. The Clippers win by 14 points. A big underdog in this one. Phoenix, they had their chances just continually. Paul George absolutely came to play. Marcus Morris, the star of the first half. Paul George, not silently, but he shot 15 for 20, which I didn't realize until looking at the box score after. 41 points. Phoenix, if you were with me in my $1,000 to win $40 bet this morning, DeAndre Ayton did in fact have more rebounds than Luke Kennard by a massive domination of 11-1. So Phoenix has some work to do. I might go to this Clippers game, dude. Wednesday night, get in prices $120. Not in love with sitting in the rafters, but we start to pay like $250. We go down to the first level. I'll keep you guys updated, but I may be able to give us some live bets. Staples Center is just so far away, but we'll see if I'm up for it. Clippers versus the Suns, Game 6 coming on Wednesday. In Portland, they have not been able to get out of the first round. The Portland Trailblazers have been stunted by their first round exit, so much so that they had to fire their head coach. Replacing him, though, is Chauncey Billups. Now, Chauncey Billups, I've told this story a million times, but him and I were playing at the NBA All-Star Fan Fest in 2009. We were playing a quick game of Around the World. I made the first shot from the box. Chauncey Billups went on for the next 24 seconds, which was our shot clock, to never make the shot from like 6 feet. You know, it's like the big blocks where the centers are, and then it starts going like up the ladder. He could not make that second shot. 4 is left. I made mine on the first try. Backboard swish. Loved it. Was hoping we'd go around the world in 24 seconds with Chauncey, but no. Chauncey couldn't make that second shot. He apologized. We laughed it off, but I'm still bitter. But Portland, they've said that we're bitter over Terry Stotts not being able to make it out of the first round. So now Chauncey Billups has two great guards in CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard, both from small schools in Weber State and Lehigh. So Chauncey Billups, a Colorado Boulder guy himself, let's see if he can get into the action with spicing up that guard play out there in Portland. Some golf news that you didn't know you needed on this 2-Unit Tuesday. Harris English and Kramer Highcock went in to an 8 overtime for the PGA. We had two beards that were having big time plus 1,000 bets on this. It was TC and Matty Chills. Both were going to be big winners. It goes to Harris English after the 8th overtime hole in that golf event out there in Texas. Man, oh man. Just when you didn't think golf was exciting, but pure excitement. And I'm not even talking on the diamond. We talked to Fink. Fink has been saying that Omaha, Nebraska is the absolute best party that you do not know about. I've got to be in next year. My friend Grayson, he wants to go to Omaha. I'm like, dude, I am down. I think we get some beards in Omaha. College World Series, a huge party, live music, bars. Everyone's having a nice time, especially those Vanderbilt Commodores who I will be visiting with all of you who are invited to the Tennessee meetup on Saturday. September 18th, Vanderbilt is hosting Stanford. Vanderbilt in this one playing host to the Mississippi State Bulldogs. They win 8-2 in game one of the best of three College World Series. So it may all be over and Fink's fun might be over, but Mississippi State, I hope they win just so Fink gets to see the game 7 equivalent in the best of three between Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. Right now, the Commodores are looking good. In our baseball news, Colorado Rockies star, I'll say, shortstop, one of the most powerful guys in baseball, Trevor Story, will be playing in the Home Run Derby. Now, why is that important? Because it's at Coors Field. Coors Field took over the All-Star game on semi-short notice. We also have a pitcher that is going to be in this one. You're like, huh, what's that? Shohei Ohtani. This guy has come over from Japan. He was a huge deal 2014-15, finally made his way over from Japan to the Los Angeles Angels, and now, although he's been a pitcher and battled injury problems, he will be playing in the Home Run Derby along with the Met star Pete Alonso and cancer survivor Trey Mancini. So there's your baseball news, and you know what that means. On this day, I have a baseball fact for you. Who do we need to know about today, Corey? Well, the guy's name is Tom Seaver. If you are a New Yorker, you definitely know this name, but Tom Seaver is from Fresno, California. And I've got to tell you guys, California's taxes are absolute death. Look at the pay stubs. It is murder to which people pay in California, but that's the price that we pay to not shovel snow out of our driveways, right? Right. Okay. So me, 4 miles away from the beach, I've got great weather all year round. I'm paying for what I'm getting. If you live in Fresno, California, move yesterday, move last week. What are you doing there? Fresno, California has to be one of the worst cities in the entire United States. I'm saying this without even being there, but Fresno, it is just brutal death heat. Go move to Arizona and pay 10% less in taxes and go live your life. Don't live in Fresno. Just look at the last 2 letters of Fresno, and that's your answer of, hey, do I want to live in this city? And that's why Tom Seaver got the heck out of Dodge, or in this case, Fresno, because Tom Seaver, he traded in that Fresno, California for playing at the University of Southern California. Now, USC made Tom prove it. Tom Seaver was this guy from Fresno, and they're like, USC's like, yeah, we don't really fuck with Fresno either. So what's the deal here? They made Tom Seaver go out and pitch in Alaska over the summer to see if he was worthy of a scholarship. He not only was the best pitcher at the tournament, but he hit a game-winning walk-off grand slam to win the tournament. So Tom Seaver, pretty sick with it like Trevor Story in the Home Run Derby. Maybe he's got some Shohei Ohtani vibes, but he went on to be one of the best pitchers Major League Baseball has seen during the era of which he was in. So what did he do? Well, he was a 3-time Cy Young winner, undisputed Hall of Fame selection, Rookie of the Year, 12-time All-Star, and a 1969 World Series champion, as well as having the 3rd lowest ERA on 3 separate occasions. He led the league in strikeouts 5 times. He had the lowest ERA, as I had mentioned, and he led the league in wins 3 times as well. He played from 1967 to 1986. He played with the Mets. That is predominantly where he was known, but how did he get to the Mets? Well, USC. There's never a controversy that goes out without having the University of Southern California involved in it, is there? Well, in 1966, Tom Seaver was drafted for the second time because the hometown team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, would not pay him $70,000 as a signing bonus. Tom Seaver said, "This is my price. I'm a beast at USC. I've gone 10-2. I'm playing at a good level." The Dodgers said, "No deal." Like Howie Mandel. So in 1966, Seaver said, "Well, I don't want to go back to school, so put me in this January draft." The Braves take him. But the NCAA and baseball get together and say, "Hey, USC actually played 2 of these like bullshit exhibition games, so you're not only ineligible to be drafted, you're also ineligible to play college baseball again because you're a professional and you signed this contract with the Braves." So Tom Seaver and his family says, whoa, hold up. You guys can't have it both ways. You can't nix me out of playing college baseball because I was involved in these 2 exhibition games. And you can't say that I'm an amateur because you're calling me a professional, so I can't play at USC. You guys get the cycle that he's in? Well, this is why sometimes it is a great thing to complain. No, not bitch and moan about you losing on the jersey play or me losing on the jersey play, but just having an actual complaint. You've got some qualms going on with you. So Tom Seaver's dad kicks, screams, and yells, and finally says, "Baseball is like, all right, dude, just let this guy have it. What the fuck ever." So Seaver leaves USC. And because he was drafted and apparently available, any team could sign him. And the New York Mets were the team that got this breakaway and slid that puck right into the back of the net for Tom Seaver. He went on from 1967, his rookie year. He was also an all-star. And from 1967 to 77, he was an all-star every single year except 1974. So this guy is absolutely quite a player. So why does he matter to us on this day, June 29th, 2021? Okay, well, that's a great question. Because in 1986, Tom Seaver wrapped up his career with the Boston Red Sox. He was on the Chicago White Sox for a few years. And then with the best team in baseball, Chicago wanted to have a little payoff for him. They're like, "We're not even in contention. Let's see what we can get for him." So the Yankees and Red Sox battled it out. Lou Piniella was the Yankees manager. He said, "We are not willing to depart with any young pieces." Boston says, "Give us that trade." Why do they say so? Because it was Boston's time to shine. Highest average in baseball, Wade Boggs. Best pitcher in baseball, wins, ERA, you name it. Roger Clemens was that dude in 1986. They wanted to add the Cy Young winner himself, Tom Seaver, to the mix. In Boston, they go very far. Boston goes into the East, the ALCS, okay? They beat the California Angels, Game 7. But who's on the other side? The New York Mets, the team that Tom Seaver gained all of his acclaim with and all of his records. Boston met the Mets in the World Series in 1986, and it is the last time that the Mets have won. Tom Seaver's original franchise beats the Red Sox on this day. So on this day, Tom Seaver was traded to the Boston Red Sox. They go all the way to Game 7 of the World Series. But unfortunately, those Mets, which have not done much since, go on to beat the Boston Red Sox, extending the curse of the Bambino. Tom Seaver could not overcome it all on his own. Well, you've got enough history for today. It's 2-Unit Tuesday, and that means that we've got a 2-unit play coming to you. Well, these MLB props, dude, if we're taking these MLB props, it is volume more than just laying all of this money on one play. Binu and I had a big Bryce Harper swing and miss that we took over the weekend. There's times where I really like going big on the MLB props, but generally, if we just keep playing half a unit, 1 unit, then I am down to continue. The odds are in my favor if you use Bovada and MyBookie. I promise. It's like our house advantage. Just keep playing good players over bad players. Binu today found Jose Ramirez over Bradley Zimmer. To get over under 1.5 bases, Jose Ramirez was -149 and Bradley Zimmer was +149. But put those two together in a head-to-head on MyBookie or Bovada, and guess what you have? -122, pick your poison. So Zimmer gets a single, Ramirez hits a bomb, Binu, he's got this on lock. So we're tailing him. We're fine with that. Binu went 2-0. All good in the hood. So what I'm saying is, I'm going to take 1 unit for myself and 1 unit from what Binu's got going on. Discord.gg/betting is the place to find all these plays. You want to bet on tennis? BPAT and Safe gotcha. You want to bet on Chinese basketball? You know Beijing Bubba's carrying the load. Whatever it is, MLB prop system, Bovada, and MyBookie, I'm going 1 unit with Binu's play of the day. That'll be in the Beards Bets channel of our Discord to make up for 2-Unit Tuesday. But what about Corey's unit? What about my play? what have I got for you? Well, I've got a play where we're taking it for 1 unit to win the change. This one is going to be a certain time of the evening for you. Let's tune in to what we've got going on at 5:15 on the California coast, 8:15 for you out there on the East Coast. What's up, Pickle in Miami? Here's what we've got. The St. Louis Cardinals are hosting the Arizona Diamondbacks. Typically, it is better to bet against the team at home because there could be a 9th inning where they're ahead and they don't bat in the bottom of the order. But Nick Ahmed is a player that has been playing really well recently. I am liking to see him come back down to earth. Also, what I like about him is that Carlos Martinez, the Cardinals pitcher, right-hander, typically a very good arm. But this year, he's only 3-9 with an almost 7 ERA. Not exactly the guy to fade against. But Nick Ahmed career is 0 for 13 with 5 strikeouts and a walk versus Carlos Martinez, 0 for 14 in his entire plate appearances. Let's keep that streak going. Nick Ahmed, guy's been playing decently. He's had hits in 4 straight games. This is a guy that had a triple today as well. So we've got to see where he is in the starting lineup. If he is 7th or lower, the play is a go. So we'll be betting against Nick Ahmed. If you need to find this one in MyBookie or Bovada, Prop Builder, Command F if you're on desktop. If you're on mobile, it'll be a sports ball for MyBookie on the far right. Bovada, it'll be right smack dab in the middle. Look for Prop Builder, head-to-head, MLB, and then you can select these guys. It'll be total bases via hits only. Okay, so what do we got for our play? We are fading Nick Ahmed, and we're giving up home field advantage, meaning if Boston is ahead of Kansas City, which they probably will be, then JD Martinez may be nixed out of that 9th inning at bat. But JD Martinez, he's only 2 for 8 history against Bad Brad Keller. I believe Bad Brad Keller is one of the worst, if not the worst, starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. Bad Brad, if there was an over-under of how many innings this guy was going to go, it'd probably be around 3.1 to 4 innings. JD Martinez, he is getting hot. He's getting into it. I believe that JD Martinez has a chance to hit a home run that is far larger than Nick Ahmed. And we're going for total bases. It's not total hits. So Nick Ahmed, I believe that he should get 1 total base. I'm counting on Nick Ahmed to get 1, and that's who we're batting against. I believe that he'll get a single, whether it comes in a gross 8th inning and we're like, oh, I thought he was going to bagel. But JD Martinez with his home run power versus Bad Brad, we're going 1 unit to win the change on JD Martinez. More total bases via hits against Nick Ahmed for the Arizona Diamondbacks. This one will be at 4 o'clock for JD, 5:15 for Nick Ahmed in the Arizona Diamondbacks. So, Binu, what's your play, man? You've got to let us know. I will reach out to him in our Discord. 1 unit for JD Martinez over Nick Ahmed. 1 unit for whatever Binu is liking as well. I will put Binu's selection on our Instagram and Twitter at Bearded Betters and Beards. As always, I appreciate being part of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.